All right, hello year nines. We're on the final question. It says the length scale between two similar rectangular prisms is 3 to 2. So let's write that down. Length scale equals 3 to 2. So that means 3 units of length in one prism results in just 2 units of length in the second prism. And it says the volume of the first larger rectangular prism is 54 meters cubed. So larger rectangular prism equals 54 meters cubed. And let's see if there's any other information that we need. They just want to know what is the volume of the second rectangular prism. So maybe we can draw ourselves a little bit of a picture. So we have one rectangular prism, and then we have a smaller rectangular prism, and the length scale is 3 to 2. So if this is 3 centimeters long, this here would only be 2 centimeters long. And we're told this one has a volume of 54 meters cubed. So since we're dealing with a question about volume, it's usually an indication I should probably find volume scale. So we'll just use our formula, the one that we used in the last example is the thing that we learned. If length scale, so length scale, we'll just repeat that, that's 3 to 2. Well, volume scale is just your length scale to the power of 3. Volume is cubed, so it makes sense that we would do our length scale cubed as well. So this becomes 3 to 2 to the power of 3. Well, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 again gives me 27, and 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 again gives me 8. So what this means is 2 units of volume, or sorry, 27 units of volume over here results in only 8 units of volume over here. So we're just going to make a little chart just so that we really understand what this means. So larger, and this is not necessary for the question. This is just to make sure that we understand. If in the larger I had, let's say it was 27 meters cubed, well then in the smaller one that would mean it's only 8 meters cubed. If it was 27 centimeters cubed, then over here it would be the same units, 8 centimeters cubed. Just going to throw in some more units to make sure we understand. If this was 27 decimeters cubed, if my larger rectangle was this big, well then the smaller one would only be 8 decimeters cubed, etc. So whatever units are here, however many units of volume I have over here, I have only 8 units of volume in the second rectangular prism. So I encourage you to pause the video because in the larger rectangular prism it is 54 meters cubed, and we have to figure out, well then, how many meters cubed is it in the smaller one. So pause the video, see if you can figure that out yourself, and if not, come back and we'll show one method. So hopefully you paused, and let's just show, here's one method we can use to try and solve for the volume in this second one. We're going to use cross multiplication. So I'm going to compare the larger figure to the smaller. And we know 27 units in the larger figure results in 8 volume units in the smaller one. So 27 gives us 8 in the smaller one, and we were told the larger one is 54. So over here with the larger one, I'll have 54 will become x, because I don't know the volume of the smaller one. I'm also going to add meters cubed just so I remember my units. Now that we've set this up, we're comparing the larger to the smaller. I can solve this equation using cross multiplication. So I'll move the x over here. X times 27 gives me 27x. And I move my 54 over to the 8. That gives me 8 times 54. And I'm going to cheat a little bit. I know you guys could solve that with upstanding. 54 times 8. Some of you have probably already solved it because you're much quicker than I am. But 8 times 54 gives me 432. So 27 times x is 432. And then to solve for x, x equals 432 divided by 27. And x equals 432 divided by 27. X equals 16. It was meters cubed here, so it's meters cubed down here. And remember, x was the volume of the smaller rectangular prism. So the volume of the smaller rectangular prism is 16 meters cubed. Now, as a bonus, if they asked for the volume in a different unit, let's say they said, I want the volume in centimeters cubed, or decimeters cubed, or kilometers cubed, then at this step, you would have to convert this using, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, convert the volume that way. But since it didn't specify in the question, we can just leave it as meters cubed. Hopefully that made sense. And if you have questions, please just ask. And you don't have to use this method. If you had a different way of thinking about it and you got the answer of 16 here, that's fine. Because I know some students, they said to themselves, well, if every 27 here results in 8 over here, so 27 times 2 would give me 54. So 2 of these is 54. So 2 of these would give me 16. And that's a bit of a faster way of doing it. All right, I'll stop talking now. Good luck, and I hope that made sense.